So it's drawing we are working with, and in the front view, we're gonna have the front view here. Let me quickly help by drawing the front view. Okay, let's not spend too much time on that. In the front view, you are going to have all of the. Okay, now we look at the front view closely. I'm going. There's another video where I make a sketch of all the views, then using color and all that, so it's easier to see. So when you look closely here, you are going to have to work out the dimensions carefully. So between the centers, let me annotate that. Between the centers of the circles, okay, so between the center of this circle and then the center of the down one here, it's 60 mm. But you look closely, the radius of this arc is 20 and a half of 40, because the arc is touching this dimension, this span of here to here, the span of 40. This arc is touching this line. Okay, so you look carefully from the center to this line is 20. That means the radius of this arc is also 20 because the arc is touching the line. And a similar thing happens at the bottom here. From the center here out, okay, that radius is also 20. From the center here to the very outside of the arc is also 20. Okay, so from here all the way from the upper limit of the front view, limit from the uppermost part of the front view, which is here, okay, all the way down, okay, it's 60 plus 20 plus 20. Okay, so I've just shaded the front view. That's what we are having. So we'll go back to our drawing board and then use the dimensions to make our front elevation. Okay, so looking at the drawing given, our front view is being taken from the left hand side, and then we are going to have a right end view. Okay, so we are going to produce our front view, right end view, and our top view. Okay, if we start by getting our axis, so as seen, we have a right end view, which is going to position at the left side of the front view. The front view is going to be here. Our right end view is going to be this way, right end view. Okay, and our top view is going to be down here. This is, in this case, the drawing is being done in first angle projection. So we are going to draw a line here to assume that the object is being drawn 10 mm above the horizontal plane. Okay, that's for the front view, and then also 10 mm away from the vertical plane. You can have it's there. As such, I'm going to have that, this line, and then another one here. Okay, it's going to be long, has to be longer, so I'm going to have that. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing for all the. I'm going to transfer the same position so I can have it for all the views, all the three views. These lines are construction lines, so they should be very thin and faint.
Now I'm just going to read the dimensions from the isometric drawing, and then the dimensions which are connected to the front view are going to be placed around here on the right side. So here I'm going to have 60 plus 80 plus 80. My lowest extent from here all the way up, I'm going to have to take 100 up, as you saw in the drawing. There's my 100. I'm going to take my 40. There's my 40. Then there is also a 12. There's also a 12 from the left edge. So there's my 12. Okay. 40. Then there's also a 40 plus 20 plus 20. That's going to give us 80. $20 down is giving me the center of one of the holes. The hole at the topmost view in the front view. $20 down gives me the center of that hole. Then $20 up from the extent of the front view also gives me the center of the bottom hole. So this over here is going to be a center line. Then there's another center line here. Then there's another hole which is 12 plus, which is 40 plus 20. You have a center of 40 plus 20 in this direction. So that one is going to be 40 plus 20. 40 plus 20. I'm going to get the center of that hole too. Marking that the center line. Okay, now the centers of all my holes. Let me get the outline of my drawing. So I'm just going to draw the few outlines that I have found out so far. Then I'll see how we can get around the others. Okay, for now we have this outline. We have this one. This is the 100mm line. Okay, sorry. Then we have our top, which is like the arc. I'm talking about this place now, which is like the arc. So I'm going to produce that. We can also see that from the center of this hole, they are two of them are coaxial. So from the center to the top of this plane is also giving us 20. So I'm going to draw that part, center of the hole to the top of the plane, measure that to be 20. Okay, so I'm going to have my 20 line out. Now my 20 line going out. Line that way, going out, and then also another line 12 down. That's gonna give something here. So I have another line 12 we had already obtained all the other lines, so I'm going to join them. This one is going to go all the way to this point. This one I'm drawing now is from here, from this plane here, all the way to the end. So I'm going to have that. Then I'm going to draw this one down. This planar face, which has 12 mm. Then I'm going to draw this other line, so let's come all the way to here. Then this one is going to come down. Now we just have to locate the one hole is going to be here, another hole is going to be around here, and another one around the center line. We drew it previously. This one has a diameter of 16. This one has a diameter of 16.2. It also has a diameter of 16. Okay, so this one is going to be here. Let me draw this. Now those, if we are viewing from this side, take note, those holes are hidden. They are hidden. These two holes are hidden. Very much unlike this one. Even though their diameters are the same, these two holes, when you are viewing from the left, you are going to see the full diameter, the full diameter of the two holes. But when you're looking at this one, the holes are hidden. So we'll portray these two holes here as, we'll portray their edges using hidden lines. Whatever you do here, the same thing we are going to do here, because the holes are hidden. Just going to just measure 8 mm to this side, 8 mm to this side, and draw lines. The same applies here, and then draw an arc of radius 8 mm over here. Okay, so I've got all my hidden details. Now I'll just add the dimensions for the sake of the tutorial. This is 12. The diameter of this hole is 16. Okay, the diameter of this hole is also 16. The diameter of the hole here is also 16, but this distance is 8. In fact, I should have done the distance here too. This distance is 8. The same at the opposite side. Okay, so now over to my top view. Okay, in the top view, this line over here is going to coincide with this one, and the edge of the drawing this side is going to coincide with this line. Okay, but mind you, it's very important that we project, we make projection lines. We make projection lines from here into the space of the top view that we are going to produce. So projection lines from here down into that space. Okay, we have this one already. Then we should also include projection lines for the center. Okay, so our projection lines from here, from the center of the circle all the way down. Then also projection lines from this center also going down. Also projection lines from the end of the hole that you are seeing here down. Projection line down. Okay, is there any other one you're missing out? Okay, projection line from here down. Then the position of the holes. The reason we are doing these projection lines is that we are not going to do as much measurements as we did in drawing the front view. Okay. So the only major measurements we take now are this thickness. So I'm going to take my 12. My 12 is going to be somewhere here. Then I add 16. Then I add 12. Now the very center here is our hole. So 10 to the 10 up and 10 down. So 10. You're going to find the middle portion, or you're just, all of this is 16. So we just find the middle and then find the center line. I mean, we'll be able to draw the center line of this hole, or this hole here. So let's draw our outlines with a few dimensions and construction lines we have. I mean, with a few construction lines we have. Then we will find out the other ones that we currently don't have enough information for. Okay, I have that. This is going to go all the way to the 12, 16, 12. So starting from 12, I do that one. And then also this one. This line here is from here all the way to the back, or from here to here. In the plan is going to come out as this, and then there will be a similar one here. This is going to go all the way to the end. That's right here. Okay. Sorry, there's a mistake here. This is not a straight line. It's an arc. So we are going to stand. Okay, that's the center of the plan. We are going to stand at where that line intersects the projection from the center of the hole in the front view. So this line intersecting with this one is going to be right here. So I'm going to stand here and draw an arc. That arc is actually tangent to here and this other one. Okay. Sorry. It's tangent to here, this point, and then this point. I'm going to draw that arc. So I have my arc now. Then we have to draw this corner. It will also show in the plan. That's going to be this side. Look, it coincides with this edge. Okay, then I also have to show my holes, 2 holes going through. Okay, they are aligned with the hole in the front view here. Okay, but in the plan the holes are going to be hidden, so I'm going to use hidden lines to show the holes. we are going to have that's my hidden lines. Then I also have to put this hole here, hole of diameter 8, this way. So the next important, we have our top view now. This is our top view. Next important thing we do is to project horizontal lines from here to the left. Okay, project horizontal lines to the left. Then draw a line of angle 45 degrees, this one or this one. Okay, that way. I'm going to draw the line first and then draw my projection lines. So this is going to be my 45 line. Out like that. So, okay, and so now my projection lines. Projection lines from here. Wherever they touch the 45, we take them up. It touches it here, so we take all of them up that way. Another very efficient way of transferring the projection lines to this side is to just use a compass. Okay, open to this line, open to here, draw an arc to touch here. Okay, that will give you a point to draw upwards. Okay, open to this other one, draw an arc. Open to the other one, and then you draw an arc. So it equally gives you points at this along this line where you can draw vertical lines upwards. Okay, these lines are actually projection lines from the top view. Okay, now we are done doing that. We also take projection lines from over here, from the front view. So we have that, we have this. So you are producing a right end view over here, just using where the projection lines meet, and then also carefully study the isometric drawing. Okay, and then use all the features and place them at their appropriate places in this view where the projection lines meet. So we are going to do that. So in drawing these two features, they all end here. They start from here and then end here. Okay, all right, here, and then there's another meeting place. Okay, my projection line never got to the right place. So let me just deepen my projection line, so points are here, 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 and then here. Okay, now where this line is coming from, all the way from here. Okay, so I'm going to draw those lines up. First of all, I'm going to have this. Okay, and then continues here. As you see, I'm no longer taking any measurements in this view. I'm only using the points of intersections of the projected lines. Sorry about that, that was too much. Okay, so we have doing that. I'm moving along the thin construction lines. They are serving as guides. Okay, so I've drawn these two features. We can see that they also have, those two features have holes, two holes going through them. So these are going to be the holes Tools are going to be positioned here. Okay, so the holes, we are viewing from the right. The holes are going to be hidden, so we are going to use hidden lines. We are going to use hidden lines for that. Okay, then the same thing is happening here. Top part of the hole, hidden lines. Okay, then I need to have my center line as well. That's my center line. Right, center line for the holes. And then all of this edge is going to come up as a single rectangle. So from where? From this line, so this line all the way here. Okay, okay, then the other rectangle, you have to join the ends. I'm going to look that way and that way. See how this way, but there is a hole going through here. There is a hole going through this hole going through here. So you are going to use projection lines from here to show the hidden edges of that hole. So it's going to be like this, and then another one here. And of course we include the center line. The center line is also going to be a projection from this side. So wherever it falls in the right end view, we are going to take that as our center. So projection line is up. So we are going to have our center line somewhere here. I can see it. So that center line. And then of course the last part, which is made of a tangent arc, tangent semicircle. Okay, it's located here. I'm going to stand here. I didn't make that projection. It's going to run all the way this way. Okay, so I'm going to stand here at this point. That's the center. That's where the center will be located, and then I'll draw my arc that way. Now after drawing my arc this way, I'm going to join it with a solid line. Let's do that. You have to know this very important thing. I've drawn the semicircle, but you have to know that every other errors that you might have made will be amplified. In that you may either have your semicircles not being tangent to your lines. Okay, in that way you may have to make some minor small adjustments by playing around with where you position your compass point so that the arcs will touch the lines. Okay, now there's a circle here. I have to draw this circle of diameter 8 at this point here, and then that will be it. So there's my circle, and we are done. You'd see in the 3D view that there are some softened corners here. They are called chamfers. Normally the radii we use for constructing such chamfers, so one will be the corner here, another one here, over here. The radius is small. I don't want to attempt drawing that radius with a compass, but in real computer aided drawing softwares, it's easier to draw those chamfers or show the details of those chamfers without struggle. Okay, so those are our 3 views. I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps. Thank you very much.